Christy, welcome to
Thank you.
eTail West.
I'm excited. Thanks. Great to be here.
It's our pleasure.
Thank you.
We love this event. Christy, we want to talk to you about a bunch of things, but why don't we start by talking about, you run all of e-commerce at Windsor, right? Is that correct?
Yes, myself and we have a lot of cross-functional partnerships within the company in different departments, but my responsibility is primarily just to run the e-commerce department and business.
So why don't we first talk about, for everyone out there, what does Windsor do?
Windsor is a girls' or women's clothing brand. We've been around since 1937. Primarily started out with one store for special occasion dresses, which grew into quite a few more stores. At this point, we have about 140 and growing around the country. And our primary product, if you will, that's carried us through since 1937 is prom dresses, homecoming dresses, special occasion dresses. Those are certain items that most brands, women's contemporary brands, don't carry throughout the year. So anytime anybody wants a long gown, a beaded gown, a cocktail dress for any kind of occasion, wedding, graduation, birthday, prom, anything, we've got it. So that's exciting.
So 1937.
Yes.
There was very little e-commerce in 1937.
I would say yes. You're right.
Like kind of zero.
Kind of zero.
One store grown to 140.
40. Yep.
And now you're running e-commerce. Talk to us about how Windsor has thought about that from the beginning to where you are now. So how has that e-commerce function evolved, and has there been any internal competition between e-commerce and the stores, and how have you resolved that? How's that worked out?
It's interesting. I came in a little over a year ago to kind of bring the company to the next level when it came to e-commerce, because I have a background in all things internet, if you will. And when I came in, I noticed that the company was just trying to move as fast as they could to catch up and be a part of the atmosphere when it came to e-commerce. They already had certain platforms in place and processes. They had a website. However, they were still kind of running on the fact that we have a catalog business as well as stores, and so how do we mirror all those? How do we kind of energize the company and say this is something new that we can encompass together and move forward and use it as a platform as well. So I came in and I immediately redesigned the site and thought mobile first and thought about our customer and our customer base, and it was growing not just from the people that were shopping. They weren't just looking for special occasion dresses. We started having day dresses and separates and fun shoes and things that our stores didn't have. So collectively, that just kind of snowballed into, here we are today. We have a huge presence for e-commerce, and we're trying to keep up with it. I mean, it's just growing so expeditiously and rapidly that it's fascinating.
What's the number one reason you think for the extraordinary growth you've experienced in e-commerce?
I believe it's our customer base. They want to get the information. If they can't get to a store and they know that we have these certain items that other stores don't have, whether it be a special occasion dress, they want to go online and they're using their mobile phone to search for it and say, well, I don't have a store near me. I need this dress. No one else has it, so that's what they use it for.
You gave the people what they want.
Absolutely. We still do.
And how, what sort of innovative challenges have you had? So, that's kind of awesome that you're able to come in and do all of that innovation and go mobile first from the get-go, but what sort of challenges have you had in delivering the people what they want? Is there anything you are still working on, still trying to do?
It's interesting when because we have both kinds of customers. We're looking at
both kinds of customers.
Customers meaning the in-store and online customer.
And so you think of them as two separate customers. You don't find people who do both.
We're trying to mirror that and marry that, actually, if you will, and that's the challenge, big time. Because for how many years we've had just stores only, and now there's this entity, it's e-commerce that's coming in and saying, we can work together. We're partnering together because we're giving our customer the best experience, and that's what our agenda is. We want to inspire women to shop and feel beautiful, and whatever channels that's going to be for them, it's just Windsor across the board. No stores, no catalogs, no e-commerce. It's all one family.
That is the way that it should be.
Yes, and we're working on that. our agenda right now is we're very quickly updating our POS system in store so it can, kind of read and be in a relationship with our omnichannel
Is that right?
e-commerce
Can you do that in the POS system? Can you see the things that this person's purchasing?
That's what our agenda is too. We are going 100% omnichannel, and so that's our agenda, to be able to target customers anywhere. If they're walking down the street, online, bring them in store, and vice versa.
Yes, because of course we helped you do that with your website,
yes.
But we don't help you do that in the store. So.
Exactly, and that's where we're going now. It's all connected.
It's fantastic. Is there anything that that you really wish you could do that you're just not doing?
Right now, I wish we could. Well, my agenda is to build an app. That's down the road. But I wish the personalization that everybody's talking about. I wish we could dive much deeper into what the customer really wants. We have kind of an idea, kind of some things we do with you guys.
Yeah.
And I know you're working on certain personalization
Yep.
issues, and that's really what we want. We want to really know our customer. We want to know how we can create kind of an overview, kind of holistic way to approach that customer in a very personal way, and not just kind of like we know that you shop for blackjack sales, but no, we want to know exactly what you're looking for, why. It's an emotional thing for you, and that's something we are looking to get out of our next
that's
driver.
the future for us as well. So that's kind of great. So we, at the moment, together, we're doing web recommendations for you, and we're saying, well, you might like this product, you might like this, and it's based on your data set and our data set. But there are other learnings that we have that we want to expose to you. That we know who's price sensitive, who's not price sensitive, who's brand sensitive, who's not brand sensitive, these kinds of psychographic information that we have, but that are not exposed to our customers. I think that's a huge revolution.
I think that's a huge revolution because our Windsor girl, there's certain demographics. There are some that are very price conscious.
Yeah.
That's why we offer a very average price point, not too high, not too low. But there are some that say, I can afford a $200 pair of boots that no one has in the entire the U.S. I have to get them somewhere else because they're so unique, and we can manufacture those ourselves. And so we need to find how we drill down into that customer, database or knowledge and experience where they're shopping. So yeah, that's definitely something we're looking forward to doing.
So, talk to me a little bit about the culture of Windsor. What's the culture there like? You've got this unique product that's targeted to these special occasions for women. What sort of people work at the company? How long have they been there?
Because it's family owned, basically, mom and pop type shop. Everybody not everyone, but most of the people that have been there started out in some role, whether it be in a store as a store associate, and came to the corporate level. So the majority, 95% of the people that work for corporate started out at some lower level and kind of moved up in the company.
Oh,
so they've basically seen it grow from the business that they when they came in, and then through the catalog business, and then up until today, before the market dictated that we needed an e-commerce presence. So everyone kind of grew into that. So that's their kind of
But you've worked at Lucky Brand and True Legend and some other places, so you don't fit that mold. Is that an unusual thing for them?
Yeah, I think it was very difficult in the beginning because I came from a different mindset. I have a digital background, and
why did they do it for that reason? Or did they
did because they knew that they needed to bring the e-commerce world or the e-commerce department to a different level, and they actually sought out somebody that had that experience with different companies that wasn't homegrown. I think I'm one of the first people that came to the company that wasn't homegrown. So it's fascinating. I've been embraced, delightfully, and so I have so much fun learning about the company on their level when they tell me, this is how Windsor has done things, this is what we've done, and I've seen them grow and how they absorbed and taken on e-commerce. It's really incredible. They're all kind of, just paving the way and giving me the kind of the rope, if you will, to set it free and kind of.
That's impressive because I think, first of all, it's great to have a culture where you grow everything internally, but also in a market that's as dynamic as ours is today, you've got to have experts that come in. So it's great that they were able to see that. branching out a little bit, so finish this sentence for me. To win today, marketers need
to engage their customers in a way that other people aren't. So we don't, we see that a lot of marketers are doing the same thing. They're throwing an ad in their face, or they're kind of retargeting them, but they're not using what we talked about earlier, the kind of technology that we have to engage the customer on a more personalized level. I think that we're seeing some really interesting opportunities to really engage customers, and that is, when you look, for example, you don't know if everybody's on a social feed, for example. Sometimes they don't even know if they're looking at an ad, or if they're being targeted, or if they're looking at someone's personal feed. I think that's really fascinating. I think we need more of it.
So when you say more of that, you mean more opportunities to spend like that, or more learnings from that kind of experience?
Both for sure. I think there's a lot more to learn when it comes to figuring out how the customer is engaged on those paths of marketing, if you will, and and also for us, I think we look at some of the marketing that's kind of new. It's the video marketing and the storytelling, if you will, video storytelling, and for us to be able to, as a client, to be able to say, I'm interested in, because I know my customer likes to look at memes or funny things on social feed. How can we interject those ads, if you will, or that kind of marketing into our customers?
It's so true. So I was with another client the other day who made the point that the company sells athletic shoes, and he made the point that if Kanye West says that he's wearing those shoes, the shoes will go off the shelf.
Yeah.
But if he explains all the technical reasons why the shoes are the best, that won't sell anything. So it's about being in that authentic experience, communicating with the people in a way that they can receive the information in the way they want to receive it. What are you doing anything in these areas?
We have. I was going to say, one of our biggest entities in the company that has kind of taken off is our social part. We have a lot of influencers that follow Windsor organically, and it's not paid necessarily. We have noticed that when the influencers that the majority of our customers are following, if they wear something from Windsor, it flies off the shelf. I mean, within literally a day. It's gone. We can't have it. And so what we'll notice is find other brands trying to knock off that product and sell it, because they know that's what our customers are looking for. So we rely on that. We rely on our our relationship with our social media and our influencers across Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, which and we know that's just it's not going anywhere. It's just it's becoming a snowball, and we oh my gosh. So we're checking our feeds every day, and it's a fascinating way to market.
Yeah, absolutely.